Caitlin Clark drops out of ESPN's WNBA top 5 ranking after injuries. Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark falls to 9th in ESPN's midseason WNBA ranking due to injury setbacks. Caitlin Clark's WNBA debut was explosive, fueling massive expectations after a historic college career. However, at the season's halfway point, ESPN has updated its player rankings, and the Indiana Fever star has seen a notable drop from 4th to 9th place. His fall has surprised fans and analysts alike, especially as Clark had been solidifying her role as one of the league's rising faces. What happened in such a short span? A mix of declining performance and physical setbacks that have kept her out of multiple games helps explain the slide. Lack of rhythm takes a toll on the Fever star. Clark has missed 10 games this season, split between 2 key absences, one due to a quadriceps injury and another following a setback during recovery. In total, she has played just 12 games, disrupting her rhythm and momentum. During that limited stretch, she's averaged 16.7 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 9 assists per game. While those numbers aren't poor, her efficiency has taken a noticeable hit. Since her latest return, she has shot just 13 of 41 from the field and 5 of 19 from beyond the arc, a slump that has contributed significantly to a drop in ESPN's rankings. ESPN explains Clark's drop in the rankings. ESPN analyst Alexa Philippou noted that assessing Clark has been challenging due to her limited availability. The young star has flashed brilliance, dishing out 19 assists over her last 2 games, but she's also been inconsistent and erratic with her shooting. Meanwhile, players like Aaliyah Boston have climbed the rankings thanks to consistent performances. Boston, Clark's teammate in Indiana, now sits at 8th place. ESPN highlighted Boston's steadiness, leadership, and efficiency as key reasons behind her rise. Caitlin Clark's lasting impact on the WNBA. Despite the ranking drop, Caitlin Clark remains one of the WNBA's most influential figures. Her impact goes beyond stats, drawing audiences, sponsors, and a new wave of fans to the league. With the 2025 All-Star Game on the horizon, Clark will have a prime opportunity to bounce back. If she regains her physical form and recovers her shooting touch, she could rise again in the rankings and solidify her place as one of the season's standout stars. The reasons were spelled out in detail: nagging injuries, inconsistency, and a dip in production following her electric start to the season. They cited her groin strain, the missed Liberty game, and an uncertain status for All-Star Weekend. It was all fair, technically, stat sheets don't lie, but they also don't tell the full story. Caitlin Clark saw the article while sitting in the Fever's training room, her knee lightly iced, the same wrap around her thigh. She didn't react at first, just stared at the screen, then locked it, placed her phone face down, and leaned back in silence. Outside, the team was preparing for shoot-around. Inside, a fire was slowly being lit. This wasn't the first time Caitlin had been doubted, but it felt different now. This was the professional world. Expectations were heavier, applause was louder, but so was criticism. She'd entered the league as the golden ticket, the one who could fill arenas, flood highlight reels, and resurrect franchises. But reality hit like a hard screen. The season was long, the defense was relentless, the physical toll was real, and now, the rankings, once a reflection of her meteoric rise, had turned their back. Out of the top 5, she'd never been out at anything before. Coach Stephanie White walked in holding a clipboard and 2 coffees. She handed one to Caitlin without a word. "You saw it," Caitlin said, eyes still distant. "Yep," the coach replied casually. "Do you want to talk about her work? Because of it." Caitlin looked over. "Is both an option?" White smiled. "Always." That afternoon, Caitlin skipped the media interviews. Instead, she stayed on the practice court, shooting until the lights dimmed. Not from anger, but from clarity. The rankings had done something no injury or hard foul had managed yet. They reminded her that hype fades, but work doesn't. The next game came against Phoenix Mercury, another team fighting for playoff life. The arena was still packed, still buzzing, because Caitlin Clark, even outside the top 5, still pulled people in. She didn't start hot, missed the first 2 shots, turned it over once, but she kept her composure. By the second quarter, she found her rhythm. A long 3 from the logo, a steal, and behind-the-back pass in transition, a pull-up jumper over Diana Taurasi, who gave her a quick nod of respect. Caitlin finished with 21 points, 9 assists, and just 1 turnover. Wasn't flashy, was focused. After the win, reporters rushed her, microphones ready for the narrative. Fallen star returns to form. Caitlin met them with calm. I've never played this game for rankings, she said. I play to win. I play to grow. Some weeks you're up, some weeks you're not even mentioned. But the real ones, they don't disappear, they adjust. She paused. Falling out of a list doesn't scare me. Not becoming the player I know I can be, that would. Behind the scenes, ESPN analysts debated her drop. Is this a temporary slide? One asked. Absolutely, the other responded. Caitlin's learning. The WNBA isn't college. Everyone is elite, but she's got that rare drive. This will fuel her, and fuel her it did. Over the next 5 games, Clark averaged 18 points, 7 assists, and led Indiana to 3 straight wins. She began controlling games with her mind as much as her shooting. She stopped forcing shots and started dictating tempo. She became quieter, but deadlier. In a post-practice interview, teammate Aaliyah Boston said it best. Caitlin's playing smarter. She's not chasing the spotlight. She's dragging it with her. The second set of ESPN rankings came out a few weeks later. She wasn't back in the top 5. She was number 6, just outside. And Caitlin, she smiled when she saw it, because now she didn't need the number. She had rediscovered the purpose. One night, while stretching in the training room, a younger Fever player asked her, "Does it bother you not being up there with the top names?" Caitlin laughed softly, tossing the towel over her shoulder. I'd rather be the name they didn't expect to climb back. That way, when I do, it means something.